In Marvel Rivals, Mantis is, well, a fantasy druid, basically, much in the same way that Groot is basically a fantasy tree ant. She dresses in a suit of leaves and leather with a belt made of tree roots and conjures leafy magic life energy between her hands. You can still see that she's a cosmic/sci-fi aligned Marvel character a little bit because she has those beetle-shaped, whatever they are, power generator bracers on her hands, complete with green glowing power channels down her forearms and rather pointless glowing circle things on her knees. And the geometric layering on her skirt also does sometimes tip over into something that looks less medieval fantasy and more like it was laser cut in a science lab. But still, the design doesn't exactly commit to exploring any interesting ideas about a nature-technology fusion aesthetic. The costume is fairly generic, and Mantis here ends up really just kind of looking like, well, like I said, like a fantasy druid character. And that's certainly functional design, communicating her in-game role as a healer and support. Like, nobody's gonna be surprised that she has a crowd control and a big healing ultimate, but there's also just very little here that feels special and unique to her, or even to Marvel Rivals. To my understanding, in the comics, Mantis's powers are much more to do with empathy, telepathy, and psychic connection, with a side flavor of a lot of martial arts stuff, and you don't really get any of that from Rivals. She just looks like she casts plant spells. Frankly, I think you could drop this exact design into any of 1,000 video games, and I don't think anyone would really bat an eyelash. The worst part, honestly, is that for all that I've said here, it's not like I've actually got a harsh criticism from Mantis here either. Like I said, it's functional design. It does exactly the job that it's supposed to do. It just does literally nothing more. And the upshot of that is that there isn't even enough wrong with her to make her interesting to talk about.